Why post the photo? If you don't want the likes, the comments, the thirst, the simps, the haters, all of the above, don't post the photo. You post that, you're looking for all of the comments.
When the spotlight feels brighter than the basketball court, it's only a matter of time before people start asking whether fame has become more important than skill. That's exactly the conversation swirling around Angel Reese. And it just got a lot louder thanks to Sue Bird. The WNBA legend, known for her no-nonsense approach, didn't hold back when weighing in on how modern athletes juggle personal branding with on-court performance. And in the background of all this, Caitlyn Clark quietly continues her upward climb, showing us what true dedication looks like. The real question is simple. Can someone chase internet glory and still commit to the grueling work required to dominate in a league as competitive as the WNBA? Let's dive into the details and see how this all ties together. Angel Reese, the self-styled Bayou Barbie, made waves for reasons that had little to do with jump shots or defensive prowess. Depending on whom you ask, she either overstepped a boundary by flaunting her red carpet looks and edgy fashion sense, or simply expressed her personality in a world that demands authenticity. Critics say she's been chasing social media clout, parading glamorous photo shoots and eye-catching outfits more frequently than highlight reels of her basketball performances. Yet it's not just the outfits that have tongues wagging, it's the aftermath. When fans responded with a collective eye roll, claiming her post felt more like empty showboating, Reese shocked everyone by temporarily deleting her Instagram account. Some speculated she couldn't handle the criticism, while others believed she was taking a break to regroup and come back stronger. Either way, the internet exploded with theories, memes, and even direct pleas from fans urging her to refocus on basketball. Before long, her critics were dissecting her every move. Interviews in which she vented about her salary or the lack of respect for women's basketball resurfaced, leaving many to wonder if she was truly serious about her craft or just eager for the limelight. Bayou Barbie soon became a loaded nickname. Was it a sign of her confident persona or proof she was more concerned with style than substance? Whatever the case, one thing was clear. Angel Reese was dominating headlines, but not necessarily for the reasons a future WNBA star would want. These events, while entertaining to some, sounded alarms among seasoned players and legends of the game. Young athletes often find themselves in the public eye before they've fully established a foundation of hard work. And that's precisely where Sue Bird entered the conversation.
My only advice is usually just to make sure they keep basketball the main thing.
In a league that thrives on performance, not publicity, how would Reese respond to mounting pressure from both fans and veterans? Critics argue that Reese is drifting into a dangerous territory where personal branding supersedes athletic growth. Social media stardom can be tempting, especially for a player just stepping into the professional arena. The allure of sponsorship deals, magazine covers, and TV appearances may overshadow daily practice sessions and performance reviews. For Reese, whose following skyrocketed thanks to her charismatic persona, the challenge becomes walking the tightrope between maintaining a compelling brand and not neglecting the raw skills required to excel on the court. The red carpets and fashion statements aren't inherently problematic. Many athletes have famously fused their sports careers with unique personal styles. Serena Williams' on-court outfits come to mind. Without diminishing their dedication to training, the real issue arises when the performance side appears to stall or worse, regress. Rumors have circulated that Reese sometimes skips voluntary workouts or invests more time in managing her social accounts than analyzing game footage. Though no hard proof exists to confirm these whispers, they've grown loud enough for fans to take notice. Moreover, in an era where women's sports are still fighting for visibility, critics say the focus should be on elevating the game itself. By centering her public image on glamour shots and statements about underappreciation, Reese risks feeding the narrative that women's basketball is more spectacle than sport. This in turn could hamper the WNBA's efforts to gain the respect and coverage it deserves. Reese's defenders, of course, counter that she's merely leveraging her personality to draw more attention to the league. Maybe a bit of celebrity flash can convert casual onlookers into genuine fans. They point out that players like LeBron James or even the late Kobe Bryant also wielded significant off-court influence, blending endorsements, social media presence, and philanthropic initiatives. However, both LeBron and Kobe cemented their legacies with near-obsessive devotion to perfecting their craft. Does Reese possess that same relentless drive, or is she banking too heavily on her Bayou Barbie identity to keep her relevant? On the other hand, while Angel Reese's red carpet appearances and Instagram dramas capture headlines, Caitlyn Clark has been quietly proving that it's possible to maintain a strong personal brand without sacrificing athletic focus. Clark's name rings out in basketball circles for her jaw-dropping range and scoreboard-shredding performances. Fans describe her as the perfect blend of flair and function, a player who can dazzle the crowd with insane three-pointers, but also put her head down and grind in the weight room. When Clark's not on the court, she's often involved in community outreach. Charitable events, youth coaching clinics, and local fundraisers have all seen her presence. A quick scroll through her social media paints a picture of balance. Yes, she shares the occasional sponsorship post or behind-the-scenes glimpse of her personal life, but the majority of her content showcases practice drills, game highlights, and motivational snippets. Rather than using platforms like Twitter and TikTok to spark controversy, she shares the grind it takes to stay competitive at the highest level. This approach resonates with fans and sports analysts alike, who see Clark as the embodiment of how an athlete can harness social media effectively. Instead of overshadowing her craft, her online presence amplifies it. She's still involved in branding, taking advantage of endorsement deals, collaborating with sports apparel companies, but she's laser-focused on ensuring her performance never lags behind her publicity. It's a blueprint for modern athletes. Blend personal appeal with relentless improvement, and you'll stand out for all the right reasons. Clark's path is a stark contrast to Reese's, where one athlete courts controversy, the other courts excellence. Where one tries to balance red carpet glitz and basketball, the other invests every spare moment into bettering her game. Maybe it's this difference that caught Sue Bird's eye and led her to issue words of caution that might alter Reese's trajectory if the Bayou Barbie is willing to listen.
And so my only advice is usually just to make sure they keep basketball the main thing, because at the end of the day, that is your vehicle.
Sue Bird is more than a WNBA legend. She's a basketball icon whose voice carries weight across the entire sports spectrum. Having carved out a historic career defined by championships, all-star appearances, and Olympic gold medals, she knows what it takes to remain relevant and respected for decades. So when Bird speaks on the topic of balancing personal branding with on-court excellence, players ignore her at their own peril. Bird's remarks didn't explicitly target Angel Reese, but few doubt who she had in mind when she talked about younger athletes who let their off-court activities overshadow their performance. She emphasized the importance of consistency in training, citing greats like LeBron James, who, despite a massive celebrity presence, never let that overshadow daily fitness, practice, and film study. Bird essentially posed the question, are you putting in the hours when no one's watching, or are you only active when the cameras are rolling? In Bird's view, losing sight of the fundamentals is a one-way ticket to a short-lived career. She's witnessed rookies burst onto the scene with a flurry of hype, only to fade into obscurity within a few seasons. The difference between a momentary sensation and a true legend comes down to discipline. Sue Bird's career exemplifies that very principle. She blended star-level skill with unwavering focus, outlasting competitors who might have started stronger but lacked the dedication to sustain it. Another point Bird raised involved legacy. While off-court ventures can contribute to an athlete's brand, the real question is what fans will remember a decade from now. Is it a viral social media post or a record-breaking performance in the playoffs? Bird's own legacy is built on championships, not just sponsorships. Her statements challenge players like Angel Reese to ask themselves whether they want to be known for cameo appearances and controversial soundbites or for setting new standards in the WNBA record books. The tension between brand building and skill building isn't unique to Angel Reese. We've seen versions of this story play out across every major sport, from the NFL to international soccer. In an age where one viral clip can catapult an athlete to worldwide fame, the temptation to chase quick attention can overshadow the more arduous path of grinding in the gym day after day. Yet the examples of successful juggernauts, Serena Williams, Tom Brady, LeBron James, prove that the most enduring brands are almost always supported by extraordinary performance. Think about Tom Brady for a moment. He has endorsement deals, social media campaigns, and philanthropic engagements. Yet his relentless pursuit of excellence is well documented. The daily 5 a.m. wake-ups, the strict diet, the detailed study of playbooks, none of that ever takes a backseat. This level of commitment is what Bird alludes to when she warns about letting fame outpace skill. If your brand grows faster than your game, you're building on shaky ground. The WNBA, in particular, needs ambassadors who can both energize the fan base and elevate the level of competition. There's no doubt Angel Reese has that star power. Her personality is magnetic, and when she's locked in, her basketball skills are formidable. But star power without substance often leads to fleeting hype. Fans might flock to watch a big personality for a season, but real loyalty and respect are earned by consistent performances. If the skill set doesn't evolve, Or if workouts take a backseat to brand partnerships, the hype train derails quickly. Meanwhile, Caitlyn Clark shows what it looks like to harness that star potential responsibly. By demonstrating that her game is still her top priority, she's creating a brand that feels authentic and, most importantly, sustainable. The payoff for such dedication tends to be long careers, accolades, and the kind of fan support that remains steadfast through victories and defeats alike. This controversy around Angel Reese and Sue Bird's pointed remarks carries implications beyond just one player's career. The WNBA is in a growth phase, capturing more mainstream attention and signing new sponsorship deals. Audiences are hungry for riveting rivalries, dynamic personalities, and top-tier athletic performances. The question is, which version of the WNBA will resonate the most with fans, the glitz and glam or the gritty pursuit of excellence? If Reese continues down her current path, she might attract short-term buzz that fades when the next trending topic arrives. Alternatively, if she heeds Bird's advice, she could become a major force in the league, leveraging her charisma to draw fans in while her improving game keeps them around. There's a chance for Reese to transition from being a Bayou Barbie novelty to a full-blown superstar who commands respect on and off the court. On the other hand, Caitlyn Clark's steady focus on skill development and balanced branding sets a strong example for the next generation. If she continues to succeed, she'll show aspiring players that you don't have to choose between building a personal brand and sharpening your craft. You can do both, but the game itself has to come first. Clark's approach also benefits the league by setting a higher standard, encouraging up-and-coming stars to prioritize intense training while still engaging with fans in meaningful ways. Sue Bird's stance in all this further amplifies the conversation. It proves that veterans aren't afraid to call out potential pitfalls. That's important for a league seeking to cement its place in the broader sports world. If young players learn from Bird's critiques, we may witness a new wave of athletes who respect the balance between publicity and performance. Such a shift would only strengthen the WNBA's reputation as a league that values excellence, fosters genuine rivalries, and challenges its stars to keep growing. In the end, the clash between Angel Reese and Sue Bird's blunt observations boils down to one central question: how do you want to be remembered? Fame can be fleeting. One viral moment can make headlines, but consistent greatness etches your name into history. Reese's red carpet stunts and social media controversies may capture attention, but as Sue Bird warns, those distractions can lead to a short-lived career if they overshadow the quest for real improvement. Meanwhile, Caitlyn Clark continues her upward trajectory by sticking to the basics: relentless training, outreach, and media feed that prioritizes skill over spectacle. She's building a reputation that both fans and analysts respect, hinting at a future that could redefine what it means to be a WNBA superstar. With Bird's words echoing across the league, it's clear that everyone is watching to see whether Angel Reese will pivot and refocus to be a WNBA superstar. Regardless of which path she chooses, this situation holds it up to the WNBA's evolving landscape. Will it lean into the razzle-dazzle of internet, or will it champion players pour everything into their game? One thing's for sure, these questions going away anytime soon. As fans and analysts wait to see how Angel Reese responds, the stage is set for a defining moment. Whether she becomes a cautionary tale or a success story hinges on whether she can align her big personality with an even bigger commitment to the craft. After all, in professional sports, skill is the ultimate currency, and as Sue Bird so aptly reminds us, that currency never goes out of style.